Hi, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. Today, we're doing it a little bit differently, as you can tell. We're going to be taking a trip up to the Cape Coral Technical College, which has the cosmetology program up there. And then Lex and I are going to be in here on Zoom. We're going to update the fitness challenge, talk about the industry and where the industry and the students are at Cape Coral Tech. We'll do a little bit on that. I'll follow up to that couple that was just the magical couple on TikTok, which is now gone. So are they real? Are they not real? Were they being authentic? Was it a bunch of BS? What was all that? And also an invitation to all cosmetology students to come down. We're going to give you a little bit of an update on the tax law that we're working on for hair salons, or many people are working on for hair salons, and a lot of other good stuff. A brief one this week. Thanks for tuning in. Check it out. We have some things to talk about, especially our update on the challenge. So I know you're ready to talk about that, Lex, because this is a really big deal because of all the stuff it brings up when you're on a diet and you're exercising and you have to rearrange life altogether. And there were a couple days there that really sucked in the process. Plus we have some people who are really interested in seeing us do some really embarrassing things too. So
yeah, and that's not happening. I have a reputation to obtain. I'm just kidding.
So you're not going to stand on the corner of...
I'm not going to lose.
So if you haven't heard about this so far, so we have a weight loss or a fitness challenge. It involves weight loss, I guess, too, or adding muscle. Challenge, which goes for 4 weeks. It goes to, I don't know the dates I'll put up here. I don't know the exact dates this is the official update of week 1 officially. So the numbers are going to be put up, but we have to get this squared away here. So do you know your goal? I know you didn't want to put weight, but percentage, do you know where you want to be or what you're going to do?
No. I mean, I don't know. Anna talked to me about it, but you're kind of calling me out. We should definitively say that. Anna did talk to me about this, but I don't know.
She did.
Now you're calling me, put me on the spot. So, but we'll come up with, I mean, I'm diligently working, so I don't know what I'm going to win yet, but I'm still going to win. Okay,
so because we get to put in the graphics after we talk, you will have had those numbers. So the graphics will go up here.
Yes.
And if it's a percentage, what that percentage will be. All right, so here's the numbers. That's what I started at. That's where I am right now. So it's getting better because those cravings of all the bad food are kind of gone away in those first couple days of a struggle. And
he was so grouchy. I was like, dude, are you okay?
No, I was not okay.
I'm a little mad right now. I can always tell when his energy is off. His energy was way off.
Yeah, I'm thankful to be through that part of it because it's like detoxing the system, whatever it was. So I'm happy with where it's going so far. So I think you're going to have a lot of work to do, Lex. Watch out.
No way.
Week 1, 3 weeks left to go. And this is what we have left.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I'm ready. Let's go.
You're still on? What are you struggling with? What are you doing good with? What's working? What's not?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I missed a couple days of working out, but I noticed like immediately if I do miss a day, I can feel it like mentally, like it totally changes my whole attitude. I'm no patience, like with my children, like I'm grouchy. I'm like, it's amazing what that does for your mind.
The other thing that I think is really important that we wanted to talk about was instead of having you nominate someone that you would like us to do a makeover on. So we're going to just pick whoever nominates them right now. So not a lot of criteria, just put a note down in the comments or email us if this is on the audio version by the end of March. Who is it that you nominate to get a complete makeover on the house? It's on us. Now, what we're looking for, the only criteria we're saying is who's a good person, who did something that was kind. So it could be anyone in your life or anyone that deserves it and is in need of it and that is a kind-hearted, good person. So that is what we're looking for in the comments this week is who do you know that has done something kind, is always kind-hearted, or has a kind streak that's going on with them right now. So
somebody that just deserves some love, somebody that needs love, that we can give love to.
Yeah, and it's going to be entirely on us. The whole visit's going to be covered, whatever services they need in the salon. The pampering and the transformation look will be our gift. So from this episode till the end of the month, let us know who that person is. That's what we're looking for in here. So give us some feedback on that and how can we give love to that person.
Gotta pick somebody.
Okay, so it was you're going to see where I was this morning. Check this out. Got a chance to go up to the Cape Coral Tech cosmetology program. What an extraordinary program. A long drive from where we are in Naples. But what an amazing program, an extraordinary group of students. I was so blessed to get to meet them, talk to them. I'm so inspired by the future of the business. They just are in the right place. I mean, they're so grounded in what they need to do to get there, and they don't have any unrealistic expectations of what, this instant Instagram fame is, like, oh, I just post a picture of my balayage on Instagram and I'll be rich and famous. And they just are grounded in reality that it takes work, it takes dedication, it takes practice. I really could sense that they're just in like sponges in the game and doing whatever it takes to be great at it, but they just don't expect to be, millionaires overnight. They're doing the work and doing their diligence and so eager. Every student in there, I was so inspired by them because you could just tell that they really want to be there. They chose this career and they're happy that, like, they get up in the morning excited to get to school for this career because they know it's a pathway to something that they love. And a lot of people end up in this career, this industry, because they always had it in their heart to do this, to be a part of it. They always wanted to do hair. They always wanted to be in the beauty field, whether it's makeup or skincare or whatever part of the cosmetology field. They wanted to be in it, but the parents or family or tradition or whatever sent them the other pathway, that you have to go to college, you have to go down that pathway, but in their heart, truly what makes them happy is this. And some of them had started that other way and some of them went right into it, but everyone who was there had chosen to be there. It was really a great experience up there with BB and David to share what our journey is like, but also to find out what is next for them and to see how we could support them and do whatever we can to make sure that they have extraordinary careers. I mean, not all of them are gonna be able to come work for us. I would love for them all to do that, but I know they're gonna, they're getting a great start in the field wherever they end up, but we want to do our part to make sure that they have everything that they need to be wildly successful, because if they're successful and they do great, that makes the whole industry rise, and it does good for everybody. Customers get better service and get a better experience, and they have brighter careers and happier careers, and they're more fulfilled in life and do better. So we're just there to do our part and to support them any way we can. So thank you for having us today. It was a great trip. Loved meeting them all, and hope we can see them in the salons and say hello to them if you do see them.
And my experience being around students, it's also humbling. It kind of brings us who have been in the industry for a long time back to the basics. I think sometimes we get so caught up in like the everyday of the business and everything we're doing that you forget really the passion. And sometimes being around students, it kind of reminds you like that they have that, they can't wait to start this. They have that excitement still. They're so excited. There's no like taintedness from anything of this industry. And it's inspiring for people like me and those who have been in the industry a long time to be around students, because they reignite that flame a little bit.
Absolutely. And they're a reminder to me as to why we're doing what we're doing, why it's important that we do what we do. Why do I need to make sure that they have a great environment to work in, that they can't wait to get here. They want to work for us because they want to be a part of something great. They want to be a part of a big movement. And it's awesome to see that eagerness, that excitement, that passion for the industry. And, I want to do my best for them so that, because really I work for you, I work for them, I work for, the guests that come in and the team and the employees that are here, and I want to do whatever I can to make sure that this is the best place for them. Because I know, especially with an artist or a stylist in our field, if I can provide them with, the freedom to be themselves, to fully express themselves creatively, they don't have worries about, are they going to pay the bills? Are they going to? They have enough money for the electric bill? Are they growing emotionally? Are they growing financially? Are they growing professionally? If they have all those things in house, if we can give them those things, then they're free to create and free to fully express themselves creatively and put out beautiful, beautiful work. So that's my job, my role. But they're a real reminder to me of why it's so important that we be on our game and we keep doing the best that we can, so that everybody has a great experience when they're coming around us or being a part of our family or our team. And good point for sure, because it always inspires me to go see the students. I love being around them. I love seeing them. Well worth it this morning too. So hope to see some of them at the school soon, or in our salons, because we invite them down. Any school that anybody goes to, come on down and be a part of our shadow. You can come in and shadow in the salons and spend the day with a senior master stylist, whether it's color that you're interested in or cutting. We'll pair you up with someone who you'll get a ton of value, learn so much practical, real-time basics or advanced work in the business. You'll get so much out of that 8-hour, 4-hour, whatever it is you come in. Our doors are always open for that. So let us know. Okay, the AC. Amazingly, the windows are tinted today. Congratulations. Thanks, Lex.
I'm the
it's so
happiest
cold.
I've been in weeks.
It was cold in
Not
here
a problem
today.
with the AC today.
It was cold. It was awesome. It was awesome.
God, I'm praising God. What a load off my shoulder for that location.
We were circulating one of the videos that we talked about, the tax bill for hair salons and the Fairness Tax Act, which is they just changed the numbering of it, and I'll put it up here. This is the new number in the House of Representatives, which we're pushing for this to help salons. There's a huge, obviously it's all over, but in our industry, because we know our industry, the hit that the industry has taken just with the pandemic, but already it was struggling, and we need the support and the help.
What exactly is the industry is different, because we're not like restaurants. Like, when you go to a restaurant and you put a tip on a card and that automatically goes, however it gets distributed to the server. In our industry, in the salon industry, if they put a tip on a card, it goes, we essentially pay taxes for that. Is it correct?
The business owner pays the taxes for it. The bottom line is this, that salons are taxed differently than restaurants. Salons have to pay taxes. The salon owner has to pay taxes on tips that are paid out to employees. We have no control over tips. We don't set the price on tipping. There's no mandatory tipping. There's no portion of tips that the business gets. However, the business has to pay tax on those. Nobody knows about that because Congress did a real fancy job of just sliding that one in 1993 when they got schmoozed by the restaurant industry to cut out restaurants. So restaurants, you don't have to pay it, but salons, you do. And as a penalty, or it's a penalty to the salons. And as you see, a lot of salons are either going out of business. There's not a lot of employee-based salons left because this is another burden that that is on salons too. In addition, the salon owner is responsible for making sure that the employees report all their tips to the salon, to the government. The salon owner is responsible for making sure that every employee. So there's two parts to it. Anyway, this law, we're just, saying please. Keep that in your minds. If you want to get involved with it, or if you want to do anything about it, contact your representative. It's going to be up in the House and also the Senate. The information will be in this video, but we're going to stay on the campaign for that. But I appreciate those of you who have watched the video or paid attention to that part of it, because it's a big thing. It's a big deal to help keep salons in business and to help them grow and maintain in a tough time right now. So
and I think I remember that last piece of paper, there's only like 93,000 stylists that are actually in salons where they're considered like employees, not like, which is crazy when you think of the size of the United States.
Yeah, it's,
So,
I mean, how many million? 300 million in the United States? 93,000? That's not even the size of, I was in Cape Coral today. I think there's 150,000, there's 150,000 people just in Cape Coral alone, I think, or maybe more.
right, right.
So there's not a lot of employee-based salons that have stylists. So, and fewer and fewer every day. So appreciate your support. Thank you for that. Okay.
You know what was so crazy? I just want to bring up real fast. So we talked about that TikTok last week.
Oh, yes.
About the Target girl, who I like avidly adore and love. Her name's Kat. And then the next day after I'm watching, after we did this podcast, I'm watching a TikTok and she's crying and she's like, "Oh, we're breaking up." And I keep waiting. I'm watching the whole thing. They do pranks, so I'm waiting for them to say, "Ha ha, like got you." And they never did. They're actually breaking up, which is like, saddens my heart.
Yeah, I saw that and I couldn't believe it because I had just watched, I didn't see the TikTok video before. And then I watched and I see this couple and, a little bit like, wow, that guy's one-upping me here. I better up my game a little bit on how I do things at home in my relationship. And then the next day, Michelle showed me the video and I didn't even realize it was the same couple, that they were done or that they were, so it just goes to show you that, like,
what do you know?
It's not always as it seems. You see this video and this facade of what life is like, especially in the world of cancel culture right now. Like, if, people are putting on this front, and this says they don't have anything to do with cancel culture. I'm not referring to that. But if people aren't really being who they are or authentically whatever's inside of them is what you're getting, like, we've been doing this a long time. We've been in this business for many, many years. We didn't just start when some fad hit and then we decided to do it the way we're doing it. We've been doing it a while. It's been the way that it is, and it took time and systems and messing up and getting better, but it's fundamentally our values and who we are is one way. It can't vary too far from that.
Trying to get better
of course, but it's on a foundation of the way we are. We're not perfect, but of our values and what's important to us, and being kind and vulnerable and open and real, and not having it all together. We're not pretending that we have it all together because we don't. We're just doing the best that we can. But I watch these people who get this overnight success and they become ultra popular, ultra wealthy, ultra whatever, fill in the blank. And then, they say one thing and their career is done right now because the cancel culture is hardcore.
TikToks before that, what's crazy, like right before this, I went back and looked, there's her telling her husband all these sweet nothings on the Ring camera, like every day, like, "Oh, you can play Twitch tonight. I love you so much." Like every different day they recorded her talking to the camera.
Yeah.
And it was like, how do you post that 4 days ago?
And
then,
like what's really going on?
Right, like clearly that's for the view, I don't know. But I guess that's what you see, we're so conditioned with social media to see things, we see couples and we become invested in them, but we don't even know them. Like, we don't even know them. We see what they want us to see and that's it.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it's like hurts your heart because you see them this certain way and you think, wow, like I want to be like that. And then you find out like, oh, they're really not like that.
Yeah. Or they're, we're comparing ourselves always to, wow, look what they have. Look what they did. Look at that. Look how many views. Look how many followers. Look how many people love them. Look how real they are. And are they? Like either way, we're putting things on a pedestal and people on a pedestal that, and then in the cancel world, at church yesterday, we watched the streaming of Orlando, our pastor, and he said, we're 3 weeks away from losing the Manwich. We're not going to be able to call it a Manwich anymore. Those sandwiches, which I've never eaten.
That's actually pretty good.
Just the way things are right now. So anyway, sad to see. I'm sorry for that couple, but it was really ironic, kind of wild how we just talked about that the next day.
Well, and all their videos are like, she's like making prank videos, like trying to be like my husband for a day, and stuff. And then it makes you wonder, like, oh gosh, is she serious?
Okay, that I think is going to wrap it up for this week. a different version because we're coming
Guess
to you
what?
this way. Yeah.
I'm in my car. I'm on Zoom right now. I have a background on because the lighting is bad from the front. I'm sitting in my kid's car seat, so you can't see it. But the lighting looks good. At least I look cute.
You look beautiful. That's a great, I love this shot, how you made that look really good. That's cool. And then you can control it too. You know, you're in complete control of how you look when we do it
I
this
know.
way.
I can fix myself up.
You look great.
Okay.
Look really good. So
That's dedication.
yeah, made it work from inside the car.
least-
Thanks for doing that. Yeah, that's
No,
awesome.
we did it too. You did it too. He went through like 10 different technological issues.
It
and
was a little bit of a pain in the ass to get this to work, but we did it. We got
you
it.
were
We
the
now
one
figured it
with
out.
The dedication. That was you, dude. That was all you.
Yeah. So now, of course, that's going to put my workout on something completely different. But
Yeah, I
I'm
gotta
super
go work
committed.
out too.
Super committed. We're going to make this work. Yes. Watch for both of us. We'll both be winners in the end anyway. We still haven't decided on what the penalty is going to be, right? Because we have Audrey and Michelle's nomination as to what it's going to be. One is
bald cap on. No.
One is just dressing up like that for the day or for 3 days,
Yeah.
I think,
Well,
right?
we could incorporate them both.
What's that?
We could incorporate them both.
Oh, okay. But we get to make it how embarrassing we want it to be, right? Is that what the case is?
Yeah.
No power.
Yeah. So
Okay.
now I'm gonna go work out, so I feel better about myself. So.
All right. Looking
all right.
good.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Mad love.
Thanks, Lex.
Happy Monday.
Hey, happy Monday, everybody. See you next week. Thanks.
Bye.
Okay, now it's intro time. Oh, no, for real. No, I need you back. No, we got to do the intro. Okay. Oh, you're gone. Okay, well, I'm going to do the introduction.